Let's try that one again. What key are we in again? E flat. So B flat is ready. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, E. So, E, Anybody have any questions on any of those?
You said that was 8.82?
What's that?
You said that was 8.82?
Yes, correct. Yeah. All right, let's see what else I have on the calendar for you. And we're supposed to skip over and start working on 9.1, 9.25. So let's take a look at 9.1, which is on page 143. Now, you've talked, I'm sure, probably in theory class, you talked about chords and so forth, right? And you understand the various names for the different chords. You talk a chord built on the first degree of the scale would be what kind of chord? What's the name for it? Time, yes. And normally that is what kind of a chord. If we're in the major key, what kind of chord is that? A major, minor, augmented, diminished? Major. What would be, let's say we're in C major. What would that chord be?
C, G.
C, E, G. So it's built off the first, third, fifth degree of the chord. Everybody with me on that? You just wrote the scale, 1, 3, 5. And then if we go to the next note up from the C is D, right?
Yeah.
What is that chord?
DFA.
What's that?
DFA.
DFA. And is that major or minor? It's going to be a minor chord indicated by a small number of 2, right? Everybody with me? What's the name, what's the formal name for that chord, that triad? What's it? Triad. What is that normally called? If you got the first chord, it's called the tonic.
Subtonic.
Which means home. What's that?
Subtonic.
Supertonic. Yeah. Okay, you got the tonic, supertonic, and then how about a chord built on the E? E, G, B. Everybody knows we're doing every other note, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be 3, 5, 7, right? If you're looking at the scale from C to C. Third note, fifth note, seventh note. And the chord, is that major or minor?
Major.
Okay, how do we, it's minor. How do we know it's minor?
It's a minor third.
It's a minor third, right. E to G would be a minor third, okay? So E to F is a half step. Is everybody with me? Yeah. And F to G is a whole step, so that's 1.5 steps. In order to make it 2 whole steps, what would it have to be to make a major triad? G sharp raised to G of a half step, so then you have 2 whole steps. D, G sharp, D. Right with me? Okay. What's the name of the one that's minor? Well, it doesn't matter whether it's minor or major, it's still going to be the same name. What's the name of that sort of tree or triad? Starting with the third note of the scale. First one is tonic, supertonic, and the third one is, starts with an M.
Median.
Median, very good. Median, M-E-D-I-A-N-T, median. And that's minor in the major key. Okay, now we have the fourth note of the scale, F. Triad on F would be what? F-A-C. Is that major or minor? Major triad. And the name for that triad is what?
Submedian.
Almost.
I call it 3 dominant.
Close to that. It's one and the same answer, right? Just about. Subdominant. There you go. Subdominant is what it is. You right with me? So the fourth chord is the subdominant. Now everybody ought to get this next one. The fifth one is starting out on
Dominant.
G. That's called the dominant. It is
GBD.
major. GBD, right? You right with me? Okay, to stretch out a little bit more. The next chord up starts on the sixth note of the scale, an A. And we have to try it. A, what's the other two notes?
ACE.
A, C, E, every other note. Then major or minor? It's going to be a minor triad. What is the name of this chord?
Subdominant.
No, subdominant is the 4 chord. Dominant is the 5 chord. This is kind of an odd one. Starts with an A. Not quite. No, this minor. Starts with an A and ends with an N. There we go. Aeolian. Everybody with me on that? You got subdominant, dominant, Aeolian, and then one built on the 7th degree is going to be starting out on B, right? And also that would be B, D, and F. What's the flavor of that triad? What's that? Diminished. Right, it's 2 minor thirds. B to D is a minor third, B to F is a minor third, so it's a diminished triad. What's the crazy name for this one now?
Okay, so where can we find all of that?
I think it's in the very beginning of the book. I think it goes, I'm pretty sure it does. Do you guys go through these with you guys? In theory class?
I had theory before.
Was that?
A long time ago.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, I had.
As in last year? Okay. Yeah, I think in the beginning of the book it talks about this. And we touched base on that. I thought we did, didn't we?
No,
No?
as you did when I was out in Wyoming.
Well, anyways, getting up to that, you know what, and I was wrong on the 6th one. The 6th one is not A, that's the Greek name for it. It's the submedian. 3rd chord is median, the 6th chord is submedian. I apologize
How
for
do you
that.
expect us to know if you?
I just, I'm twisted up, man. I was trying to come up with, some tricks here with it. So the last one is,
Seriously, though, where can we study this so we can know? All right, let's start with that.
It's on page 15 in the,
Maybe 15? Okay.
in the music theory book.
What book?
in your theory book.
In our
you don't
theory
have
book.
I don't have a theory book. I didn't-
Okay, you can find, I don't know if it's in, I thought it was in here. Let me look back at my, now, I do have a theory scale sheet thing there, but I can get that to you.
All right. Let's level the playing field.
Yeah, we can do that. So the last one, anybody figured it out yet? It's called the leading tone. Leading goes back to the tonic. That's the 7th note. Leading tone. Going back to the 7th. I swore they had that listed in here. Do you have finale or anything like that? Finale, that's for writing music out?
No.
But it has like all the theory stuff in it too. I'll get you one and send it to you.
And I had my theory book
I thought-
from 5 years ago, but I mean,
It would be the same.
yeah, but it's just a matter of what do I need to know in case I see it again.
Well, you should know what those are, but I'm sure you should have had those before, because that's, I mean, you start out on that. in the first
5 years
beginning.
ago.
Scale, degree, scale. You could go on, trying to think of a theory page where you go to. I'll find something for you.
Now, I have the resources, okay? I know how to look it up. I mean, I got books that have that in there. I just want to know what it is that you're expecting us to know
Well, I
with
thought
regards
you,
to that.
yeah, I expect you to know that.
Okay.
Yeah, because that refers to stuff we're going to be looking at here.
Okay.
On this right here, you know, this goes through, this is the language that we use in all forms of the music, so you definitely want to know that. When you start analyzing chords and stuff, you should know what those are.
Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from. So here we're talking about simple and compound tone, and they're going through, they're dealing, if you look at that first one on the first page there, 142, it's talking about the scale degrees, the solfege degrees, okay? 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 7. What, and it shows you that chord, everybody see that 5, 7, it's a dominant 7 chord. See there, it says F major, semicolon 5, 7, okay? We also know that as a dominant 7 when we're talking about triads, of course, is where it's coming from. That would be a major triad with a minor 7. Okay, dominant 7, all dominant 7s are that way. And when we're thinking about it, they're putting, they have the solfege there showing the degrees, which is not quite right because of the 4, 5. 1 is, well, this, I'm sorry, this is in, yeah, so the C is 5. They're talking about the chords. Does everybody see what I'm talking about? C is 5, E would be what? 7th degree of the scale, of the F major scale. So the E would be the 7th note of the F major scale. The G would be the 2nd note. Everybody with me? Okay. B flat would be the flat at 4. Okay. And then the last chord, last note, the C, is the 5th note of the scale. Is how they're reading that out. So there'd be sol, ti, re, fa, sol. Everybody understand what's going on there? Okay, if you look at the next one, it says minus 7. C to the B flat is going to be a minus 7. That's the interval. That's what the M7 stands for, the distance. And then the next one, E to B flat. What does that D5 stand for? Diminished, right, which is lower than minor. E to B would be a minor 5th. E to B flat, you lower, that's a half step lower, so it would be a diminished 5th. And then the next one, B flat to E. The A stands for what? Augmented, you got it, good. Augmented 5th, and we're going by the first note, so from B flat to E flat would be what? What's the word for the 5th? Anybody know what that would be? If it's not augmented or diminished, it's called what? Starts with a P. Perfect 5th. Right. Everybody with me on that?
See, I did think that.
Yeah, see, it's coming back now. So B flat to E flat would be a perfect 5th, but now we have it stretched a half step higher, right? So that's an augmented, not 5th, but augmented 4th, excuse me, augmented 4th. That's where those slopes come from. So going over to the next section, talks about dominant 7 chords here, and the chord members are R, 5, 7, or reverse. Says successful chord tones outline a complete 4-note 5/7 chord, or the near complete 5/7. In other words, it's saying you can invert the chord. So if I say we wrote a 4/5, have you done inversions? Okay. So if we write it in what we call block position, C, E, G, B flat, that's block position, right? First, so that would be, if we're in, let's say we were in the key of C major, we just hit C, E, G, B flat. That would be a 1-7 or C7. Okay? If I was in F major, it would be listed as a 5-7. Everybody say what I'm saying? Yes, no?
Yep.
Okay. So if I go now, I'm still going to do this chord inverted. I move the C up. This becomes first inverted. What's the numbers on this now? Did you do numbers on it?
It's 6-5.
6-5, very good. It'd be 1-6-5, first inverted. This is root position, first inversion. Okay? And if I go G, B flat, C, and E, what do we write this one as?
4-3.
1-4-3. Everybody agree with that? Nobody saying anything, they're kind of nod, halfway nod their head, okay. And then, thank you, B flat, C, E, and, no, G. What is that one? 4-2. So those are the different inversions of that same the same chord. Okay? Root position, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion. Okay? Any questions on that one? So when we're looking at, that's what they were saying, talking about the reverse when you change the words around. Take a look at number 9.1, and it shows you where the 5-7 chord is. First of all, what key are we in? G major, right? You look at the first note, and that starts out, that's the 5, which is the dominant, right? And look at your last note, which is G, so it tells you you're in G major. Then they do the chord. You right with me on that? Okay, so we're starting with the 5th note. Let's do numbers. So we're in G major, D would be 5. 5, 1, 1, 1, 7. What is the A?
7, 2.
2, 5, and then 5.
7.
What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1. Let's try that one again. Starting with the 5. Ready? And 5, 1. Then the next line. 7, 1. Good. Now let's do the letter name. Is that too high?
It's 9.1.
This is 9.1 on page 1.43. Okay? Let's do the solfege. So we're in G major. D is going to be do, re, mi, fa, sol, do. Right with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, do, G, re, second line. Okay, any questions on that? Count something there. Okay, take a look at the next exercise. What key are we on here? F sharp major. Major. F sharp major. Everything is sharp except what? What's not sharp? B. B, yeah. So you have everything sharp but the D. Let's go ahead and do the letter names first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, F, G, A, C, B, A, G, A, B, G, E, C, F, A, F, A, C, 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 B, A, B, 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 A, G, A, F, A, C, 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 A, A, B, G, G, E, G, G, E, F. We okay with that, everyone? Okay. Now let's try solfege. So we're in F sharp major. C is what? So it's the fifth note of the scale, right? Let's do numbers first, real quick.
Hold on. Voice order display?
That's an F sharp 6. Okay? But it should be up here. So let's do numbers. So we're going to start with 5. Everybody with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, Let's try that again, starting with the C. That's 5. 1, 2, 2, 3, right? 1. What's that? The third line down. Yeah. Sorry, it starts with C sharp. And that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 3, 3, 4, 2, 2, 7, 7, 2, 2, 2, 1. Good. Now let's try the solfeggio. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sol, do, re, mi, sol, la, re, can't quite understand your words. Look at that last line again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, sol. So me, ready? 1, ready, go. Excellent. Much better. Any questions on that one? Do me the money. Okay. Take a look now real quick at, let's skip 9 and do 4, since the time real quick. What key were you here? What's that sound like?
G minor.
G minor, very good. So you look at the first note, start there on G, look at the last note, hands on G, right? Is everybody with me? What's the difference that you see second measure that could throw you off? What it could also help you with? Obviously there wouldn't be a B, F sharp and B flat major, would there? Why would there be in G minor though? Leading tone, but also what is the harmonic minor? Yes, harmonic minor scale. Another giveaway. It's all right. Let's do letter name first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G, A, B, G, L, G, A, G, A, B, G, D, A, C, B, A, L, G, A, B, G, A, D, G. Now let's try numbers. We'll slow it down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 7, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 5. Whoops, what is that, 8? 2, 2, right. So 5, 5, 2. What is that, 8? The C? Right. 2, 4, 3, 7, 1, 5. So let's do that line again. Let's go back to the first line, last measure, with the DD.
Which one are we on?
We're on 9.4. 6, 8 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, numbers, and. Whoops, did somebody say 1? Look at that, it's 5, 5, 2, 4, 3, 1, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, 1. Good, let's do it a little bit better in tempo. Again, last measure, top line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, now let's do the solfege real quick. Excuse me. So we're starting out with what? Do, re, mi, do, ti. Do, re, mi, do, so, almost. Look at the second line. The C is what? Do, re, mi, fa. B flat. B, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do, re, do. So, do. Okay, let's try it again from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. That's much better. Let's take a look now. We're going to make you think a little bit here. Well, let me close. Yeah. I want you to do this for me transpose. We don't have time right now. I'm going to give you paper. You can do it and bring it into me, Quincy. What clock is that?
9.5?
I'm sorry, 9.6. I'm sorry, I gave you wrong one. 9.6. Hold up. We're going to transpose that to put over. Sure, but. Transpose that to trouble back. Whoops. Right now. Was it 9.6? 9.6. All right. Double button, you can transpose to trouble back. You don't have to do it right now. That's up to you. You got time, wait for it. Yeah, okay.